It's a new week, and we got about another 100 subscribers since last Monday. So, hello to everyone. I'm Aiden, for those of you who do not know me. For those of you who do, welcome back to another week here on the Daily Movie Critics. It's the beginning of a new week, and unfortunately, like some of you probably guessed, I just had no idea what to review today. So I went to my DVD shelf, excuse me, and I couldn't think of what to review. So I grabbed this DVD off of there. It's season 1 of the TV show Pimp My Ride. Probably 99% of you have heard of this show, and those of you who don't probably just don't watch much TV, or you don't like watching much music or MTV, whatever country you're in that shows Pimp My Ride. Man, my throat just needs to be cleared. I'm still a bit sick, like I was last week. But, so this show is kind of a lame review because I am in the middle of finals. I haven't really had time to watch movies, and the only movie I bought this week on Blu-ray was the new Harry Potter movie that came out this past Friday, but I don't really want to review it because it's still a pretty new movie and there's not really a point in reviewing it because I'm sure it's like the most common movie of life. Harry Potter's just a huge franchise. So in case you don't know what Pimp My Ride is, or in case you forget what it is, but you've seen the show, I'll just remind you really quick about the premise of the show. So people who are usually late teens, early 20s, mid 20s, around that age group, they send in audition tapes, but you don't actually see them. When the episode starts, it shows a person like you or me, and they're showing their really, really crappy car, or either it's been in an accident, and it's dirty, and it's old, and it's crappy. It's like someone's first car that they paid like $200 for, and it's just the biggest piece of crap ever. Like someone has to start their car with a screwdriver, or like they have like plastic as all of their windows. Or like there was a guy who had like the engine in his car, and he had to wear a gas mask when he drove his car. So it's like that, and the video starts out with a person like, "This is my car, it's so crappy, please MTV, pimp my ride." And that's basically how it starts out, but that's set up because that's not their actual audition tape, and I'm sure that they really send in real audition tapes, like with a flip video camera or whatever, even though those weren't even made back then when this show started, or when it was even on later on. But anyways, now the show is also set up because the host, Exhibit, the rapper, I'm sure some of you have heard of him, if not all of you, shows up, he does this thing, it's so corny. It shows him like walking down the street with this rap music playing, got a beat going in the background or something, and it's like, it shows multiple versions of him, it's like popping up on the screen, like going down the street, and it's like that every episode. It's really lame. And then there's this setup part where he looks at the car and like checks it out, and then he goes to the door, and the person whose car it is that they're going to pimp starts freaking out, like, "Oh my god, Exhibit!" It's like, you're wearing a mic pack. They came to your house, told you already, or they telephoned you or emailed you beforehand. So it's this fake reaction of the person finding out, because there's somewhere like they jump on him and like they fall to the ground. You see a mic pack on their belt. It's like you just happen to have that, and it's set to the frequency that the cameras need. It's like, that doesn't even make sense. So that's something that bothers me, these fake reactions. But it's TV, they gotta keep it entertaining. They don't want to show a low quality audition video and crappy stuff like that. So Exhibit takes it down. In the first one, he takes it to West Coast Customs. The first season, second season, the garage that he would take it to was West Coast Customs, and in the later seasons, I think there were, I don't even know how many seasons there were, he took it to Gas. West Coast Customs, in the first few seasons, this show was a bit less entertaining just because the guys were like so serious. They had a couple jokes here and there, but later on in the season, they had fun with it. Like, there was little bits that the guys did at the garage. Like, they acted out little bits while working on the car. So once Exhibit brings the car to the garage, or garage, however you say the word, don't get on me about that, because when I did my vlogs on my other channel last year, people always said I said it wrong or said it weird. But on with this review or recommendation. So once they get the car there, they pretty much strip it bare. They take out the entire interior, they gut it 100%, and then sometimes they even replace the motor and engine and all sorts of other important mechanical aspects of the car. So they do that, they make this cool interior, they make custom seats, they put TVs, they put computers, they put video game systems, they do all sorts of electronical stuff in. Is that even a word? That sounds like a really weird word. But anyways, they do put a bunch of electronics, electronics and like custom seats, and there's some that are kind of cool, but there's some that's lame. Now, I've always thought that when you go on Pimp My Ride, you need to be careful as to what you say you like or what you're doing. Like, there's one guy who he had a van, and he would wash dogs for a living, and they made this van like 100% for that business. And it's like, well, what if he was only doing that temporarily? What if he doesn't want all this equipment and this dog bathtub and all this crap in his van like 3 months from now? And then there was another one where a guy said has troubles with ladies, so like they made his backseat like a romance area where they put like a chocolate fountain on the back part where people often keep their Kleenex boxes, and like an area for a rose to come up. Like, there's some that are kind of lame and really mediocre, but there's some that, oh my god, they go all out on. Like, there's another guy who had a van who gets like a big ass screen TV in there, and it's like the back of a limo almost. I think someone actually did bring a limo there one time. They do cars. They've done Sunfires. They've done vans. They've done pickup trucks, and just every kind of car imaginable. Honestly, anything that's kind of crappy and older. I honestly don't even know what the newest vehicle they've done before is. Like, they've done a Beetle, Volkswagen van, a Jeep, pickup truck, Civic. They've done all sorts of vehicles. Now, this is the first season. I think this is one of the only seasons that's on DVD. But the reason I'm showing this is because you can get this super cheap. If you like Pimp My Ride, I'm also going to go watch a bunch of episodes after this review, because I'm down with watching this. If you like Pimp My Ride, go get this, because this is like $10 at Walmart, maybe even $5. This might even be $5. It's either $5 or $15, because TV series are actually usually $15 in that bin at Walmart. But you can get this. I got this on eBay for way less than that, actually, so even look on eBay if you want this. There may be a Season 2 on DVD, but I'm not sure. Featuring Exhibit and West Coast Customs. Yeah, this is the somewhat minor, or somewhat less entertaining. And another thing that is somewhat annoying is the reactions that people have at the end when they show them their car. I forgot, after they do everything to the car, they cover it up, and Exhibit brings the person in, and they're like, so we had to do this, we had to do this, so check out your new ride. And they pull the cover off, and they show before and after, and then the person just flips shit. Flips absolute shit. Okay, some people would do that, but you can tell the producers are like, hey, give it your all, freak out as much as possible, and just put on a giant show. Because there's some people you can tell they're acting, but some people, holy shit, go all out. They're running around. Like, there's this one guy, he was wearing really baggy pants. He starts running around, he's like, yeah! And then he trips because his pants fall down around his ankles. And that's why you shouldn't sag jeans. So my battery's running low, so I'll cut this short now. Check this show out if you've never watched it, because maybe you're from a different country and you just have never stumbled upon this show. And if you've watched it, buy this DVD and relive some Pimp My Ride moments with Exhibit. So thanks again to all the new subscribers, and thanks to all of you who are still subscribed to us almost 2 years later in this slow starting channel. We were slow to start off, not many subscribers, and views are kind of low all the time, but we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. Lots of new subscribers, lots of people. See you next week.